Hi, it's great to be here. So, let's start. Let them play, said Witold Waszczykowski, foreign minister. We object to leading Polish women to the streets, wrote the governing party in its statement. They have been manipulated, claimed the governmental television station. On October the 3rd, when we marched through the streets of Polish city in thousands, the authorities decided to hide us between the lines, to speak about us, but never to us. Treat us like children or fools who should remain silent. Appreciate without complaints. Hang on the words of those who know better. These gifts that we were supposed to appreciate so greatly was a complete ban on pregnancy termination. The state wished to finally nationalize our bodies. After all, it's unthinkable that even a raped or sick woman could legally terminate an unwanted pregnancy. Nothing ennobles a patriarchal authority like the suffering of women. It was not the ruling party, however, that first came up with the idea that women should shut their mouths and open their wombs. Sacrificing women's rights was a cornerstone of Polish democracy. The altar for that sacrifice belonged, of course, to the Roman Catholic Church. We have been silenced since 1989. We have been ridiculed, shamed, disregarded, and clamored down for as long as it took to wither our words so that we could not say the simplest, most obvious things. That we are free, that we like sex, that we are human beings. Women who fought for an independent Polish state were rewarded with a gag instead of a medal, with the catechism in lieu sexual education, Vatican roulette in place of contraceptives, underground abortion rather than healthcare. All that didn't happen by itself. New democratically elected politicians prepared laws that the society opposed. Then, new public television gave the voice to priests and other such gynecology experts while presenting women as raving lunatics. In the meantime, bishops focused on good old lobbying. Solidarity ended for Polish women in 1989. Suddenly, it turned out that we need to fend for ourselves as the independent, democratic Poland shuts down kindergartens and preschools because woman's place is at home, and if she wishes to or has to work, well, then that's her problem. These and many other issues were discarded by the young Polish democracy, neophytic in its free market zeal, with a simple, "You should have kept your knees together." That was all that the state had to say to its female citizens. The embryos were a state business. Children were women's business. The media, not all, but at least some of those with the greatest reach, busily transformed widespread social problems into one woman's bad luck stories, turning women into naive fools, perverse manipulators, lustful idiots, instead of just or even human beings. The Fourth Estate took away women's voice so that it could, without interruption, paint our caricatures. This isn't ancient history. These are the foundations that allowed today's governmental television call women who terminated pregnancy murderers. That allowed the leader of the governing party, an MP without any constitutional responsibility, to say that we should carry a terminal pregnancy to term so that there could be a proper christening. Bishops of the Roman Catholic Church state openly that their goal is to make in vitro fertilization illegal, just as abortion is. Right now in Warsaw, a committee meeting is in session, debating whether to make it even harder for a woman to have access to emergency contraception. Nationalistic Catholic propaganda is equating it to pedophilia. The lords of usury will not stop until they have full and absolute control over women, as they fight to force into motherhood women who do not want it, and take it away from those who do. This is the context of the women's black protest in Poland. When no one will listen what you have to say, you have to start shouting. And to shout when you are a woman, you have to be driven to the wall. Young girls and elderly women took part in the black protest. Big city women and those from much smaller urban centers. Daughters, mothers, grandmothers, supporters of many a political party, including, surprise, surprise, the ruling party itself. The Polish government saw us in the entirety of the country and got scared. But that doesn't mean that they gave up. It only means that they will take our rights sneakily, piece by piece. What happened that Polish women, silenced for so long, found their voice? What happened to make them talk to one another about issues that they before were afraid even to think of? The answer can be boiled down to one word: Facebook, or to avoid product placement, the internet. Women regained their voice not because they destroyed or overtook the old media, but because they created their own. Veterans of the women's rights group were joined by many women and girls who never engaged in public affairs, who never spoke on rallies, never attended a protest. Together, in open and closed groups on the web, they talked, shared ideas and tasks. Together, they felt their strength. They experienced their own agency. They remembered or learned what solidarity means, the real solidarity. There were those who took the historic Solidarity logo and put it on their own banners, and the union's response was to demand prosecution. Other patriotic symbols shared similar histories. Those, according to some, belong naturally to the hooligans on the stadium and are being dishonored by women fighting for their own independence. Many of us are attacked, ridiculed, scorned by conservative men who love to kiss woman's hand as long as she stays quiet. We were being called whores, bitches, skanks, lunatics, uglies. The list goes on and on. All that, so we hide in shame and shut up while they can do whatever they want. Unfortunately for them, that time is over. When we came to the parliament, one of the ruling party's MPs stated that representatives of the black protest cannot take the floor because it's some kind of matrix. He could not comprehend that tens of thousands of women could work together. Well, welcome to the 21st century. Black protest is everywhere. Thank you.